Hello, Stormweavers enjoyer, and welcome to your guide on how to scale my damage as a Stormweaver player. Yes, a lot of you asked that in my last video, and the response from you was just insane. So I want to say thank you at this point. And without further ado, we jump right into the video. So, yes, the key of this video will be that you know what gear pieces are the most important for your build and which gear pieces you should try to upgrade as soon as you can, because it scales your damage even higher. And after this video, you will definitely have an improvement by your item search and itemization for your character and know what is important and what is not important. So we start right away. You see, I'm pretty naked. My jewelry is off, my chest, my rings, my belt, and my focus. I also call this Foki. I like this word for it. And you see, my spark damage is only at 32k damage. This is nothing currently. So the first thing you should know is that your level of your spark skills is the most damage increase that you can get when you're looking for upgrades. So when you have because it's scaling so well, every single level your spark, every single level for your spark will give you like one projectile speed and another projectile, and this is massive for your DPS and your clear speed, because you have more chance to hit with your spells because you have more projectiles. And to just show you at my current state, when I put in the lightning mastery over here, you see it's a 3k, almost 4k damage increase with no gear piece on. It's just a +1 to all lightning spell skills. It's a 4k damage increase. So when you have a wand with +4 of all lightning spell skills, you better get a wand with +5 to all lightning spell skills. Then what you want to focus on your wand is that you want to have a high spell damage or a high lightning damage, or lightning and spell damage, like around 80 to 90% combined. Then you need like maximum mana, at least like 80 or 90. You need some mana on it, and then +5 to all spell skills and a high cast speed on it. Mine also has chance to shock, but this isn't important at all. It just, it's nice to have, but first up, you should look for a wand with +5 to all spell skills, at least like 80 or 90% increased spell or lightning damage combined also, and a good base of mana. So now the thing is, how do I get to 205k damage? Well, first up, when I equip my chest. So this is a straight up damage increase by like 15 to 16k, I think. And it scales even higher when I turn on my other gear pieces, and I will show you in the end. So why is our chest so important for scaling our damage? Our chest gives us the most base energy shield that we can even get from a single gear piece. So when the energy shield on your chest is higher, you will get a lot more DPS, because some of you maybe forget this, but we playing with Eldritch Battery. That means we're converting all energy shield to mana, and we then convert our mana. Where is it? Oh, let me find it. Yeah, and then we and then we scale and then we get increased spell damage for 100 maximum mana. So you see, you have like different breakpoints where you then get a huge ton of free DPS. And with those two nodes, we scale so high, so much with energy shield. It's insane. So it's just the start. So the next big thing, before I go to the rings and to the belt, is like the Foki. And you want to aim for one that has high energy shields, at least lightning or spell damage on it, high mana, +2 spell skills, cast speed, and then, if you can afford it, a resistance to fix up your resistance. I whittling mine, so I got the resistance on it, and it's pretty insane. So when I turn my Foki on, you see it's almost a 40k damage increase just by the focus that I'm equipping. So a lot of you maybe don't have one with lightning damage on it, or more mana, or cast speed, or high energy shield. So you better look out for something that has those stats that I mentioned just a second ago. So now you see I'm at 93k damage. I think that's a lot more than most of you have. And I don't even have equipped my jewelry and my rings and my belt. So I turn I unequip the lightning mastery. So now you see like it's giving me 10k for like one level, just to point that out. So now I equip my belt and nothing happens. But this belt will scaling insanely. I will show you. It gives me 80%. You can also start with a 60% or 70%. It doesn't matter. You just have to know that each percent you get more on your ingenuity belt that increases the bonuses from your rings will scale your damage significantly higher. So now let me just equip one of my rings, and you see it's like a 30k damage increase over here, almost 30k damage increase from just one ring. And then I'm gonna equip my second ring, and then we jump, it's a 40k damage increase just by the ring. And now when I unequip my ingenuity belt, you see I'm losing like 40k damage just from my ingenuity belt. And so when you have two good rings, and this is something I want to point out now, your rings with the chest and the plus lightning spell skills is your most damage boost for your for this class. So if you're lacking out a high energy shield chest, then you better get one. If you're lacking out rings that don't have high maximum mana and cast speed on them and mana regeneration, you're missing out damage a lot. And if you don't have a dream fragment, you can just get a ring that is similar to this, and you can play with more rarity, but you don't have to go for more rarity. You can just equip one ring with full DPS, and you can get on rings like increased lightning damage, cast speed, mana, and mana regeneration. And that's a massive ring then, because it scales so well with our ingenuity belt. Now I haven't equipped my jewelry yet, and you see, my jewelry will give me like the last 30k of damage that I'm currently missing, and it's not even the end number of the damage. So when I talk about the jewelry right now. So for jewelry, you want to have sapphires that have spell damage on them. In your case, because I think you don't have that much budget, you want energy shield and cast speed, and then you try to get like one with 2% cast speed, 14% maximum energy shield, and like 12% spell damage. That's a pretty good starting point, because each jewel with those three stats, high rolled, will give you up to 4 to 5k damage increased, and this is pretty massive. So when I equip mine, you see it's a 7k damage increase for me to equip those just one of this jewel. So then I go to the next socket and I placed another one in. So it's another 6k damage increase, but you see the increased magnitude of shock you inflict isn't calculated into this gem, because I will get a lot more damage than just those like 6k it's showing currently. It's insane, and we're waiting for Path of Building, and then I will show you exactly how much the magnitude of shock you inflict will scale your damage, because that's the next big thing you should take care about if you buy new jewels. You want some with increased magnitude of shock you inflict. This is pretty massive, because if you don't know, like shock, if you press Alt and then you can hover over this, and then you can also click it, so it's pinned to your screen. You see, shock is an ailment, encourages targets to take 20% increased damage for last 4 seconds by default. So that means that you can boost those 20% increased damage even higher with the magnitude. I don't know how it scales, so I don't know if 19% increased leads out that you have like 40% increased damage on the enemy, but you will have more increased damage on the enemy when you shock it, and it's not showed over here. So if you want to get, if you're not able to push up this number even higher, you can just swap out jewels and get magnitude of shock you inflict on your jewels, and you will see a massive damage increase when you go into the next map or the next boss. So when I equip my next jewel, you see it's around 7k again. And then I'm gonna equip my next one. And this is also like 7k in total. And you see they have magnitude on it and mana on kill. This is pretty massive, and you need at least one with 2% mana on kill. Otherwise, you're missing out a lot of survivability and utility in your maps. And this is like the other one. You see, it's 7k damage increase, but it's not for the magnitude is not calculated currently. And then I have this area over here where I put like a lost diamond in it, where I just fix my resistance and get mana. It's nothing special. I just fix my resistance and get some mana. And with this one jewel, I'm able to get like 10k damage from the extra mana over here. And then I can equip my last jewelry. This one is pretty massive when I want to go on crit, and I will make a video when I'm able to make a crit build to show you how it's look like and how you can pull it off. And I'm gonna equip this, and you see this is like also another 7k damage increase. When I don't have like controlled destruction in, this jewel would give me even more damage. It's like 7 or 8k, I think. Because now you can crit, and I disable crit on my spark with controlled destruction, and it's pretty good and fine, and you should do that. And then you see, then now I equip my last jewelries, and I playing like with two jewels that have 2% mana on kill, so I have 4%, and every single one has increased magnitude of shock you inflict on it. And then you see like also the last piece, it's just a small upgrade because there is no cast speed on it, but the increased skill effect duration is also a massive damage increase, even when it's not shown in the tooltip, because then your spark will last longer on the screen and have more chances to hit enemies, to shock them or damage them. Yes, this is also pretty massive. And then equip my last one, and now I'm at 230k damage. And when I now unequip the Lightning Mastery, you see this one mastery skill gave me 25k damage. So now imagine you're having like a wand currently that only has +4. You can say that you are below 190k, and then you have a +5, and you will boost up your damage even higher. So the main key for this video for you all, but I'm playing with Shock Siphon because it gives me more utility. So this was just for showing purposes. The main key to scale up your damage is to get better rings, to get a better ingenuity, to get more level to your spark skills, and get more energy shield on all of your equipment and more mana on all of your equipment. Also, I'm still playing Lightning Rod like every one of you. It's the best mastery for the non-crit build, and you should definitely anoint this to your amulet. And if you don't know how to do this, you can just go down here where the note is, Lightning Rod. You can press Alt, and you see you need Suffering, Isolation, and another Isolation to anoint this. So you can buy those, then you right-click one of these, and then a window opens up, and then you put those in the right order, like Suffering, Isolation, Isolation, put in your amulet, and anoint this. And this is also not this is also not boosting up your paper sheet DPS, but this will increase your damage by 20 to 30%. I said it a lot of time how Lucky or Lightning Rod is working. If you don't know this, then go check out another video from me, like the last one. I explained it there as well. And yes, that's for the video, how to scale your damage as a Stormweaver. I hope it helped out, and I hope you're gonna buy yourself some good items now that increases your damage. And happy grinding, guys, and thanks for the support. Leave a like and a comment. Bye.